Tell me why somebody called out NBA Youngboy.
So leave me alone with your scary I wasn't talking me out.
From NBA Youngboy to Lil Baby to Rondo Quando, none of you sound different.
You know how this goes, and it can't end well.
The melody's the same.
Boom. Police, man, leave me alone. I don't want no problem, man. Go.
Why call out NBA Youngboy though?
Yeah.
By doing this and y'all making me clash heads with mice.
There's so much drama that we go over in this video that you need to know.
Y'all, I'm cool and I don't think about people. I don't know them people.
Like Lil Pump's beef with an OG rapper.
And then when I hear rumors in there, oh, Lil Pump got locked up again. Lil Pump got beef with this one, the Eminem, Lil Pump. Like, what was that about?
Everybody's also talking about Kodak Black being cloned. Why is this a thing?
Say you a clone.
Crazy. When you said, oh, is you a clone or not, you know what I should have hit you with? I might be.
Stay tuned for the rest of the video. We'll give you guys all the intel. What's going on, you guys? It's Chels Real hosting today's video. Shout out to my boy King Trending for letting me host the video today. Be sure to subscribe to my personal channel. But before we jump into it, a quick word about the 1,000,000 subscriber giveaway King Trending has going on right now.
Do you want to win an iPhone 12, maybe a MacBook Pro? How about $500 cash? You decide. All you have to do is comment the secret hidden message somewhere in this video and leave a like on this video and subscribe to the channel so we can keep affording these giveaways.
Lil Pump was one of the leaders of mumble rap, but some might say he fell off. So he went and did a lot of things to try and gain attention again in a way that got people pissed, including a certain someone that we'll definitely go over later. In order to gain attention, he even endorsed the 2020 election.
Don't forget that. Don't forget that.
Going as far as dissing our boy Eminem, calling him a This led him to being brought onto the Fat Joe show recently, where the OG rapper, who by the way is a good friend of Eminem, asked Lil Pump about why he did that and what exactly he meant by it. He basically tried to act dumb, and Pump replied, "Who? I don't remember that."
I never understood the Eminem, Lil Pump. Like, what was that about?
Who?
Eminem.
I remember that.
Continued pressing the 20-year-old rapper in a very aggressive way, eventually starting to do a formal apology. Or did he? But some people think it sounds like he was apologizing for sleeping through Fat Joe's initial request for an interview, and not for dissing Slim Shady.
You don't even remember that shit, huh, Pump? Like, I had him last week. I ain't tell nobody he was sleeping.
I even told you. I was like, my fault, I was asleep. I'm so sorry about that. Eminem, you is lame as hell. Ain't nobody listening to your old you lame as
But he accused Eminem of being lame, and no one was listening to his music, and so on and so forth. While Eminem has put out not one, but 2 albums, Lil Pump has not done that yet, and Eminem is still relevant and one of the most respected rappers out there.
I need all my beautiful fans to go vote for me right now on the Billboard.com website for Video of the Year.
This is your award. That was incredible. Here's your microphone if you want to say anything.
Thank you to all the fans, everybody who voted. Thanks to YouTube.
And let's keep it real, Lil Pump pretty much just exists.
Somebody stole my music video. I don't know where it's at.
And that's just the truth. But I'll say this, he's probably just mad because Eminem is still doing more than him and doing better than him and still outperforming him in ways we don't even have to explain.
Don't worry about none of you old heads. I ain't with none of that lyrical.
But that is the rapper way. It's to, in some ways, if someone is doing better than you, troll them. Like our boy 6ix9ine does, because it usually gets a reaction out of pretty much everybody, so that eyes are on them.
If you mad because I could chart, listen, I don't need Drake so I could have a platinum single. I don't need Drake. Don't act like Meek didn't have to suck Drake balls and all in his mouth just so he could have a career again.
But moving on, is Kodak Black really a clone? Why is this a rumor?
It's the So Ice sniper in here, huh?
Come through. This
Is you man, I'm talking about is you a clone or not, huh? Cause that's what I heard.
And for real, why do we believe this? This is a story that continues to grow despite the fact that it's easily one of the dumbest stories out there.
Remember, you always a king, and this is a new shot. Please do what you do and still continue to be great. I gotta hug my brother.
But here's what the internet believes. You see, after serving 2 years in prison, he was released via presidential pardon due to Donald Trump leaving office in January of 2021. And when Kodak Black showed off his new post-prison look,
Trump a real one, man. Every day I'm thankful for that.
good, man. We locked in. I'm saying we locked in.
It definitely had social media talking, and for several different reasons at one point. The rapper looked much slimmer than his usual huskier frame since being released from prison. Our boy Kodak grew his hair out, added another forehead tattoo.
What's up, man? Appreciate that. Yeah, I appreciate you.
The Florida native also made a trip to a celebrity jeweler, Johnny Dang, where he reportedly picked up a sniper gang ring.
It's invisible, it's around, right? You know, Ruby, they got a thickness, except under the gold. Yeah.
And a new set of grills to celebrate. His friend captioned a video post on Instagram alongside Kodak.
All this little clone starting to make me mad. You know what I'm saying? Whenever this little clone came out, I was kind of trying to imitate this, but can't duplicate this.
Now, most times people would just be happy that Kodak Black was out of prison and getting back to his life. But nah, people seen the before and after images of Kodak Black and cried foul. Definitely ain't Kodak. And this wasn't just one guy saying this for the record. It was actually a whole swath of people on the internet who were actually convinced that he was actually cloned by the government.
And then Kodak just looked like he got a new aura about him, bruh.
He's been cloned, God. That ain't Kodak, that's Nodak. That's Nodak. I don't know who the fuck that is. That ain't Kodak.
There are literally hundreds of videos on this topic. Well, he began acting like an entirely different person. He even looked different.
He appears to have a different build.
This new Kodak Black was meant to do something. Yeah, we don't get it either, but it's a story that continues to be told. And Kodak Black is clearly getting annoyed with it on a grand scale as Gucci Mane, another person who has been accused of being cloned after prison, found out.
You got that smooth haircut with no waves on that motherfucker. All that pomegranate, whatever that all that grease on that motherfucker. You ain't got no waves on there.
Gucci Mane met up with the Florida rapper on Sunday, February 28th and continued to tease Kodak about the clone claims, which Gucci himself heard upon the release from jail. I'm talking about, is you a clone or not? Gucci said in a joking manner to the ZZ rapper, because that's what I heard. Say you a clone.
Say you a clone.
Crazy.
He's a bit over this story, as you can tell. And is it really that much of a surprise? Think about it real quick. He's getting out of prison after 2 years. He was supposed to be in there double that amount. And one of the first things he hears when he gets out of prison is that he's a clone? Most people wouldn't take kindly to that.
So I was dead and wrong.
Dead wrong.
Even in a joking manner. And Gucci Mane found out that Kodak Black would rather be dealing with anything else rather than having to hear about this stupid clone story. But unfortunately for him, given how the internet works and that the story is out there, this one's gonna be around for a while.
Nobody ain't even gonna let their mind, nobody brain ain't even gonna register like that. Like, let me put a beam on Yak. But I'm happy though. I'm in a happy space.
That's not the only story that Kodak Black has been dealing with recently. Just hear me out. You see, ever since Kodak Black has been out of prison, he's pretty much been a man on a mission. Mainly a man trying to go and get true freedom now that he's out of prison. Confused? Well, despite his sentence being commuted by former President Donald Trump, Kodak Black still had a lot of restrictions put on him by the courts, mainly because they were afraid that he would fall back into bad habits and essentially get him back in jail.
The most recent arrest of rapper Kodak Black, he is now sitting in federal custody the same weekend he was supposed to perform in Miami Gardens.
A fair fear given the way the members of the rap industry have worked at times. But now, things seem to be changing. According to TMZ, a federal judge has approved Kodak's motion to be able to travel across the country for work appearances as long as he lets them know where he's headed. The rapper will need to provide a complete itinerary during his travel, including the addresses of any hotels that he'll be staying at. And of course, it also specified that he needs to stay out of trouble during his trips. Pretty straightforward. Kodak's lawyers filed the motion and stated that the artist would like to travel to continue his charitable spree since being released from prison, doing community work around countries and areas that he's connected to. He'll likely also be hitting club appearances and performances.
You catching my drill, DJ Carnage? If you catching my drill.
Now, some would likely warn that Kodak Black suddenly getting freedom to this degree could be all the leeway he needs to get back into trouble. But in this case, that might not be an issue. Not because Kodak Black is 100% legit now that he's out of prison. That would be a presumption that few would bet on given his past history both in and out of jail. But rather, he has all the motivation in the world to go and stay out of jail in regards to both his music.
What's wrong with you? Huh?
and his personal life. He not only is making music again and trying to assert his spot in the rap world once again, but he's engaged to fellow rapper Mellow Rax, so going to jail would basically ruin any chance of furthering that marriage. It's pretty respectable. Granted, that hasn't stopped other rappers from doing questionable things almost right out of jail, but given his performance in 2021 so far, he has, at the very least, earned the benefit of the doubt. Or at least, in the eyes of the court, he has. But if we're talking about NBA Youngboy, you might wonder whether it's about his infinite amount of baby mamas or how he's stirring up trouble once again. But in this case, it's that he's in a war of words with comedian Aries Spears, an avid hip-hop fan and comedian, but he's also known for his blunt, honest takes on contemporary hip-hop. On Sunday, February 28th, the former Mad TV cast member took to his Instagram to rant about the new generation and how bad he thinks the state of hip-hop currently is.
There's no individuality or originality.
And he went on some more. At the moment, NBA Youngboy has not responded to this, but it's only a matter of time because he's never been one to lie down and just take licks like this without throwing a punch or two of his own. In fact, this is the cause of many beefs between the OGs and the new generation. And there you have it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video. Which of these stories stuck with you the most? Can you believe Kodak Black is still dealing with this clone saga? What do you think of Lil Pump's little situation with Fat Joe? And will NBA Youngboy respond to the comments made against him? Let us know in the comments below. Be sure to subscribe, and we'll see you next time on the channel.